Free again?
Only way we're leaving this place is carried out in trunks.
Let us make a sacred pact before the gods. If one of us ever gets free, he'll do everything he can to free the rest of us.
The Simpsons is about to hit an almost unbelievable milestone, its 800th episode, proving once again why it remains the longest-running scripted primetime show in TV history. Now in its 37th season, the iconic animated series is celebrating in a big way by taking Springfield on the road to Philadelphia. The special episode, titled Irrational Treasure, will feature an all-star lineup of guest voices, including Philly natives Quinta Brunson, Kevin Bacon, and Questlove, along with cast members from the hit series The Pit, Noah Weil, Catherine LaNasa, and Taylor Dearden. Adding to the celebration, legendary R&B group Boyz II Men will perform a brand new version of The Simpsons theme song and the closing credits music. According to the synopsis, Marge's mission to get Santa's little helper into better shape leads the family to the National Dog Show in Philadelphia, where Homer and Marge stumble into a historical conspiracy adventure. Meanwhile, longtime fans are revisiting classic moments from the show's golden era, including a deleted Season 4 joke from the episode The Front that was cut due to strict 1990s TV censorship, despite only implying a swear word. Looking back, the moment feels tame compared to today's standards. With 800 episodes behind it and no signs of slowing down, The Simpsons continues proving that Springfield is truly timeless. Hey lovely viewers, welcome to our channel The Simpsons 24 Hours. The Simpsons enlisted some heavy hitters from Philly for their 800th episode somehow. We have reached the unfathomable milestone no one saw coming back in 1987 when The Simpsons premiered as part of the Tracey Ullman Show. In its 37th season, The Simpsons is the longest-running, scripted primetime show on TV. It has been on air 10 years longer than Law & Order, SVU, and, with its 800th episode coming up next month, it's ahead of the pack by about 200 episodes. We all have our favorite seasons and episodes, Bart After Dark, and I'm not going to argue about whether The Simpsons has retained the quality of writing it had in its early years. It has not. But there is something comforting in knowing that the Simpson family survives in stasis even when it feels like the world is burning. While the Simpsons have never been as timely with their topics as South Park, the show has always been happy to hop on a trend. So, for their 800th episode, the Simpsons are going to Philadelphia. It's probably one of the few American cities that family can't get banned from. Or can they? Philly natives Quinta Brunson, Kevin Bacon, and Questlove are set to guest star in the episode. 2. Show some love to Pennsylvania's second city. They'll be joined by 3 members of the Pit's cast, Noah Weil, Catherine LaNasa, and Taylor Dearden. Boyz II Men will be singing the episode's theme song, and they're rolling out a very special logo for the occasion. The Simpsons' 800th episode features an all-star lineup of guests. The Simpsons, now in its 37th season, will air its 800th episode, Irrational Treasure, next month, featuring an all-star lineup of guest stars. Dig deeper. According to the IMDb synopsis, Irrational Treasure centers around a trip to the city of brotherly love. Marge's crusade to get Santa's little helper in better shape results in a trip to the National Dog Show in Philadelphia, where Marge and Homer find themselves, and their dog, mixed up in a historical conspiracy adventure. According to Entertainment Weekly, the episode is an homage to Philly, with Philadelphia natives Quinta Brunson, Kevin Bacon, and Questlove guest starring. And the city of Pittsburgh will also be a part of the show with stars from the hit series The Pit, which is set in the Steel City, lending their voices. In the episode, Noah Weil plays a doctor, Catherine LaNasa a nurse, and Taylor Dearden the voice of an intern. Entertainment Weekly also reports Boyz II Men will sing a new version of The Simpsons' opening musical song as well as a new version of the musical end title over the episode's closing credits. The Simpsons' 800th episode will premiere Sunday, February 15th on Fox. This is Simpsons A Moment was quietly cut by Fox over a joke that you probably missed. The early seasons of The Simpsons truly represented a golden age for the series, producing some of the animated sitcom's most iconic episodes and classic storylines. Among the gems was the comical Season 4 episode, The Front, which finds Bart, Nancy Cartwright, and Lisa, Yardley Smith, believing they can do a better job writing the itchy and scratchy cartoons than the current writers. However, The Front features an interesting gag that didn't make it into the final cut, and the reason why is hilarious. It's time to look back at the deleted gag from The Simpsons Season 4. This episode of The Simpsons featured an implied swear word during the scene in question in The Front, Roger Myers Jr., Hank Azaria, the belligerent head of Itchy and Scratchy Studios, is seen berating one of his writers before his secretary walks in with a script and letter sent by Bart and Lisa. He dismissively reads their letter briefly before calling his writer back into the room to throw the crumpled-up letter into the writer's mouth. The scene eventually transitions back to Bart and Lisa, who read that their script submission got rejected. However, the beat with Myers originally went much longer. In the deleted version, Myers begins dictating a rejection letter for Bart and Lisa, staunchly exclaiming, "In my opinion, you kids don't know," and the scene then cuts to Bart and Lisa at home. Lisa reads the letter and says to Bart, "I know what this word means, but what's Shinola?" The obvious implication is that Myers wrote to Bart and Lisa, "You kids don't know from Shinola." No one actually utters the curse word in either version, but the meaning of Myers' statement is clear from the dialogue. It seems to be a rather harmless joke, and Lisa's response is hilarious since most viewers would likely understand the meaning of the curse word more than Shinola. For anyone wondering, Shinola refers to an old, defunct brand of shoe polish, so it makes sense that Lisa or almost everyone wouldn't have a frame of reference for what the word means, except for the playful alliteration. 33 years later, this deleted Simpsons joke seems pretty tame. It's weird that this joke in particular got jettisoned, considering no one utters the swear word in the scene, and it's only implied based on the dialogue, which is part of the joke. However, its deletion represents how different television standards and practices were back in 1993 when The Front originally aired. At that time, even implied curse words were absolutely restricted. The deletion also shows how silly television network standards and practices could be back in the 1990s, considering far edgier content would always make it into the series. Case in point, the Itchy and Scratchy segments, which are outrageously violent. The Simpsons got away with a lot in terms of cartoon character nudity, sex, and violence, but it always came across like network censors were more concerned with naughty language. In retrospect, the later season 6 episode, 2001 Greyhounds, seems even funnier when Bart swears, and Marge, Julie Kavner, attempts to chastise him. However, Bart points out that he properly used the term to describe the dog named She's the Fastest, as that is the dictionary's clinical use of the word. The strict Marge remarks, "Well, I'm going to write the dictionary people and have that checked." Marge's response seemed indicative of network standards and practices. The Front remains a classic episode of The Simpsons. Although The Front had to remove a perfectly funny and acceptable joke, it remains a wildly entertaining episode. Hilarious hijinks ensue when Bart and Lisa have their grandpa, Abe Simpson, Dan Castellaneta, submit their script under his name. Also, Homer learns he never graduated from high school, so he retakes remedial courses to earn his diploma. One amusing aspect of the episode occurs in the final scene, which depicts an elderly Marge and Homer attending their 50-year high school reunion in 2024. Here we are in 2026, and The Simpsons is still on the air, having blown past the 2024 epilogue. Except in 2026, Marge and Homer are still around the same age as they were in the present timeline of 1993. Even the Marvel and DC Comics universes contain a bit of a sliding timeline, but in The Simpsons, characters' ages are perpetually frozen for all time. Nevertheless, The Front is an all-time classic episode, which can be revisited now on Disney Plus in the US. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.